Imagine you are living all alone in forest, in your small cabin house, and one day, all of a sudden, 5 people came to meet you to discuss something more important. Something more important about humanity's future. And whatever they explain is far beyond your knowledge. Something similar happened with the person in December 1999. Interviewer's friend was living in a remote hilly area near to a town in the south of Sweden. And one day these 5 people visited him with one lady officer with them. And amazing thing about this is, this lady shown some tricks. Actually lots of unbelievable things, which are far beyond our perception. Just similar to Stranger Things series character 11. Including telepathy and telekinesis. Moving and dancing of pencil on the table without touching. And the flying of an apple around over her hands. So who were these people and why they were here? These were not ordinary people. They were reptilian beings. They were here to share the information about humanity's future and upcoming wars. She did not only shared lots of overwhelming information regarding future and upcoming wars, but also about our origin. How we as human evolved from the apes. And how alien race genetically manipulated our genes to speed up our evolution. Also, she pointed out how all the discoveries we have made till now, by our archaeologists and mainstream scientists, and how we have made mistakes and error in understanding these evidence till now, and many more. But let's focus on origin of humans for this episode.
Your race was genetically engineered by aliens, and we were just the more or less passive visitors of this accelerated evolution process. You must know, some of your scientists have already guessed this, that your species had evolved at a naturally completely impossible speed within just 2 to 3 millions of years. This is absolutely impossible, because evolution is a much slower process if it's natural. But you have not understood this. Your creation was artificial and done by genetic engineering, but not by us, but by an alien species. Your race was genetically engineered by advanced civilization, humanoid species, you call them Elohim today.
For those who don't know the Elohim, this word came from the Sumerian literature, where Elohim or Elohim is known as God of Egypt, the Annunaki.
They were a very tall humanoid species with usually blonde hairs and a very white skin, but they avoided the sunlight because it hurt their skin and their eyes.
So if we will check, according to Sumerian tablets, the Elohim or Annunaki just looked like angels because of their appearance. As per the tablets and carving found in Egypt, these humanoid beings were tall around 12 to 15 feet height, and large enough in physique to hold full-grown lion, which looked like pet in their hand. So does that mean they were here on Earth before us and from longer period? Or from somewhere else?
These species were not from Earth, they came from this universe, from the solar system you call Aldebaran.
Aldebaran is nothing but the planet Nibiru, giant red planet. which is also known as Planet X as per the NASA. So if we will see trajectory of this planet, it is elliptical and elongated in such way that it enters our solar system every 3,600 years and passes close by Earth. So indeed, for these species, being under sun every day will not be that easy. Also, the gravity of this planet is much lower than the Earth, because of which they were taller in height. But why in first place itself they came to Earth planet only? And for what? Even why they cared to modify our genes and speed up our evolution? As mentioned on Sumerian tablets, this race came on Earth to extract gold. Yes, you heard me right, gold. Their planet was on verge of dying. Because of bad catastrophic event, their planet was exposed to harmful radiations. And this was affecting entire ecosystem and living being there, day by day. And in this, amid darkness, their scientists discovered the solution to save their planet from the harmful radiations. They found that gold can be used to control this radiation. As per Vedic text, and also as per mainstream scientists, gold is really rare metal which holds many unique properties. It can be used in medical for cancer treatment, as fuel for interstellar travel, and also because of its radiation absorbent property. It can be used in harmful radiation controls by dispersing microparticles into atmosphere. But there is problem. Gold was not in abundance on their planet. So they started looking for neighbor planets, asteroids for gold, and finally they found planet. It is planet Earth. Preparation started, fleets loaded with machines and workforce to mine gold. And finally they arrived. By goal in mind to extract gold as much as possible from the Earth, to save their home, their planet, Nibiru. But is this first time they are coming to planet Earth? Or they have already been to this planet multiple times? As we know, this planet passes close by Earth every 3,600 years. So if for Earth it has been 4.6 billion years, then this planet already been traversed closed by Earth almost 1,277,777 times. And that's what same this reptilian lady mentioned in her discussion.
Around 1.5 million years ago, this alien species arrived at Earth. It was surprisingly the first species since over 60 million years. This would be more surprising for you if you would know how many different species are today here. The interest of this humanoid species, you call them Elohim, today, was not the raw material and the copper. It were to our astonishment, the unadvanced ape humanoids. Despite of our presence on this planet, the aliens decided to help the apes to evolve a little bit faster, to serve them in the future as some kind of slave race in coming wars. They decided to evolve the apes to a new breed, which will serve them in every other way. At first, they caught around 10,000 or maybe even 20,000 of your simian ancestors, and they left the planet for some 100 years. When they returned, they brought, now more human, ancestors back. Then they left Earth again for some thousands of years, and the primitive pre-humans lived together without major problems. The Annunaki had taught your mind and enhanced your brain and your body structure, and your species were now able to use tools and fire. These Annunaki aliens returned within 23,000 years 7 times, and accelerated the evolution speed of certain of your kind.
So are we first civilization made by our Creator?
You must understand that you are not the first human civilization on the planet to go to moon or to achieve this all advancement. This is how it started. After some centuries, the aliens decided to extinct their first creation. And they accelerated the evolution of a second and better test series, and so on and so on. The first advanced humans, who lived at the same time with less developed pre-humans. Because the Annunaki had experimented with different speeds and stages of evolution, with technology and speed existed around 700,000 years ago on this planet. Your scientists have not understand this, because they've found only the bones of the pre-humans and some primitive cave drawings showing advanced humans and flying devices. The truth is that your modern human civilization is not the first on this planet Earth, but already the seventh. The buildings of the first breeds are lost, but the fifth civilization was the one which built the large triangular constructions Egyptian pyramids today around 75,000 years ago. And the sixth civilization was the one which built the cities which ruins you can find today beneath the sea. In the so-called Bimini area around 16,000 years ago, which is nothing but lost city of Atlantis. The last creation of the seventh breed of your series was done just 8,500 years ago. And this is the only creation you can remember and to which our religious writings refer. But how should you know anything about the six civilizations before? And if you find evidence for their existence, you deny and misinterpret the facts.
So what was the reason behind the Anunnaki gods to leave planet Earth? They build lots of structures here and also had serving race of human. Who was treating them like God? Then what happened?
There was a long war between us and the Elohim and also between certain groups of the Elohim themselves. Because many of them were the opinion that the again and again creation of human species on this planet makes no real sense. The last battles in this war were fought around 5,000 years ago in orbit and surface. The aliens used powerful sonic weapons to destroy our underground cities. But on the other hand, we were able to destroy many of their surface installations and bases in space. The humans of your series were very frightened when they observed our battles, and they wrote it down in form of religious myths. Their mind was not able to understand what was really going on. The Elohim, who appeared as gods for the sixth and seventh breed, told them that it is a war between good and evil, and that they are the good and we are the evil race.
But why did this reptilian beings and Elohim race had battle?
This depends certainly on the point of view. It was our planet before they arrived and before they started their evolution project with your kind. In my opinion, it was our right to fight for our planet. It was exactly 4,943 years ago, according to your time scale, that the Elohim left the planet again for unknown reasons. This is a very important date for us, because many of our historians called it a victory. Fact is that we don't know what had really happened. The Elohim were gone from one day to another. They vanished without a trace together with their ships, and we found most of their surface installations destroyed by them. The humans were on their own and your civilization developed. Many of us were in contact with certain, more southern, tribes of your species in the coming centuries. We were able to convince some of them that we are not the evil the aliens wanted them to believe. During the time from 4,900 years ago to today, many other alien species arrived the planet. Some of them used the old teaching and programming of your mind and played again God for you. But the Elohim themselves never came back. Your current civilization doesn't know anything about your real origin, about your real past, about your real world and universe, and you know very little about us and our past. And you know nothing about the things to come in near future. As long as you will not understand and believe my words. I tell you the truth, because we are not your enemy. As long there is danger for your species. Your enemies are already here, and you have not understood. Open your eyes, or you will be in big trouble soon. If you haven't believed anything of the things I've told you before, then you should really believe and remember this. Because war is coming soon.
So does that mean Elohim beings gonna come back to Earth soon?
They had left the planet for a duration of some 1,000 years also earlier. So we expect their return one day in future, to end their project or to maybe extinct also the seventh breed.
This reptilian lady shared a lot of information during this interview. And in today's video, this all information is been presented from the well-known LECERTA files. I have attached link for the document below. If you guys want me to bring out such more interesting topic or want to make full video on LECERTA files, please comment. Thank you.